Good morning, my friends. Welcome to this special episode of Kevin at 7. It is Tactical Tuesday. It is the first Tactical Tuesday of 2019. So today we're going to talk tactics. We're going to talk how do you get more listings? Yeah. And one of the most important strategies for getting more listings, especially in 2019, how do you get more listings? How do you get more appointments? Tactical Tuesday. Welcome. Good morning, Gina from Dallas. As you come on, make sure you post where you are in the world today. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you like it. If it can help some other people, share it. Hey, Ravi from Redmond, Washington. Good to see you. Good morning. Francisco from Indio, California. Thoroughbred. Annette from Salt Lake City, Dino from San Francisco, Stefan from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Good morning. Adrian from El Paso, Texas, Tanika from Colombia, Jordan from Denver, Monica from Odessa. Hey, Monica, I got some good coaching members out in Odessa, Midland, Odessa area. Great area. Jacoby Kendrick, Sam Garrettson. I don't know if you know them or not. Cedric, thank you, sir. Christina from New Jersey, good morning. David from Utah. Amanda from Albany, New York. Raul from North San Diego County. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. How many of you are coming to DYLP 2019, W Listening Power Training Camp? If you are, put hashtag DYLP 2019. Yeah, it's going to be the best. It's going to be the most amazing 3 days that I'm going to talk a little bit today about some of the stuff we're going to train on there because it's going to be awesome. So Eric Gardner, by the way, so a little surprise. We have some great surprises for you guys when you come to WLC Power Training Camp this year. Some things that have never happened before. It's going to be really cool. Matt from Columbia, Maryland. Good morning. Raul is coming. Players are coming. Jonathan Hawkins. Yes, Stefan. Awesome. Jonathan, great. Can't wait to see you, my friend. Make sure you guys, when you get there, make sure you come up and introduce yourself to me I have never met you before. So awesome. Ravi Ramachandran is coming. All right, guys, here's the deal. Let's talk Tactical Tuesday. Let's talk how to get more business, how to get more listings, and how to get more sales in 2019. So what I'm going to give you here is back in the day when they were doing with traditional sales training, they would tell you that you always had to be prepared to ask for the order how many times you have to be ready to ask for the order, right? If you want to get the sale, how many times do you have to close? What were we taught? How many times you have to close to get the yes? How many times? 3? Okay, I've heard 3, but see, 3 is not what they taught in advanced sales training. Let's see, good morning, somebody from Trinidad. Good morning, Florida from San Diego. Dimitri from Trinidad, awesome, good to see you. Robert's heard 5 times. Well, you guys were taught easier than me, man. Hey, Tanika, already had a trip planned for my birthday. Me too. Tanika, I got a trip planned for my birthday too. I'm gonna be at one of my coaches' seminars on my birthday. Ravi 7, Haley 5. So what I was taught from the beginning was 7 times. Always close 7 times. If you're a wimp, they'd say close 5 times. If you're a sissy or worse, you close 3 times. 7 times. Everybody just put this number down. 7. It's the magic number. 7 is the lucky number. 7 is the number of perfection. A lot of cultures, historically, 7 is the perfect number. It's how many days we have in a week. 7. It is the largest prime number, isn't that right? Isn't 7 the largest prime number that there is? It's the only number that it cannot be divided. It can only be divided by itself. Ha! I'm not a whip. 7 it is. That's right, Robert Bragg. So here's the deal. It's true. The more you ask, the more likely you are to get the yes. Okay? The more you ask, the more likely you are to get a yes. I had a guy that I was talking, this is one of my inner circle members. I'm just going to lay it out there because I want guys, here's the deal. I want you to win. That's what I want. More than anything else, I want you to win. 7. If you guys get it, type in 7. If you haven't done so yet, come on now. Come on, play with me. 7. Type it in. 7. 7 is the lucky number. Gabriel, 7. If somebody offends you, forgive them 70 times 7. Well, 7. It's really depends on how the Greek was. 70 times 7. 7 is not the largest prime. No, it's not, is it? 11 is 13. There's a lot of bigger numbers. Okay, so my bad on the math part there. Anyway, 7's the best number. 7's my favorite number, just so you guys know. There's several reasons, but that's a different conversation. All right, so here's the deal. The more you get in front of somebody, the better the chances are. The better the chances are that you're going to get a yes. It's interesting. I've had, and Dino also mentioned in the Bible, 70 times 7 is how many times you're supposed to forgive somebody when they offend you, is forgive them. So one of Jesus' disciples, one of his followers came up to him and said, Jesus, how many times do I have to forgive somebody? Like if somebody does something wrong to me, how many times do I forgive him? And then then the disciple said, should I forgive him up to 7 times? Okay. Now 7 was like this disciple was thinking he was being awesome. Like he's going to get extra credit for saying, I'm thinking 7 times to forgive somebody. Because think about it. Forgive somebody 7 times? Are you freaking kidding me? Most of us have problem forgiving somebody 1 time. 3 times would be like if we really like them. But 7? Are you kidding? And Jesus said, no, not 7 times. You forgive them 70 times 7 or 77 times. So there's life principle here. It doesn't matter whether you're a Christian or not or believe in the Bible. That's not the point. The point is it's truth. And the truth is this, that if you want a relationship, the more you're willing to do something, the further you're willing to go, the more likely you are to make it work. Is this making sense for you guys? This is not just sales. This is relationship too. The more you're willing to go after something, the more likely you are to get it. The more you're willing to give, the more likely you are to receive. Everybody with me? So if you're willing to ask 70 times, or 70 times 7, wow, 490 times, right? You're more likely to get an expired seller to say yes to you. Now, if you agree with this, say hashtag truth. If you know what I'm telling you is absolutely the truth, just put it up there, hashtag truth. What I am saying, or just say yes. I like yes. Yes is a really good word. I like it so much, I wrote a book that's titled The Book of Yes. How do you get more yes? You got to ask for it more. Now we got David Hornick coming in here, who comes in here and wants to piss all over everybody's parade and go like, or it's harassment. Yeah, David, you just go on believing that, my friend. Because guess what that's going to do? It's going to make David not talk to nobody because he's afraid he's going to harass them. And so now what leads his life is fear. I love you, David Hornick. That's why I'm telling you the truth here. Okay? Do not, if you go in believing I'm going to harass these people, they're going to think I'm harassing them. Yes, that is going to happen. But if that's your belief, you're going to make sure it happens, or you're going to avoid any chance of it happening. Good, David Hornick. I like a sense of humor. I love it. I love it. But David, you know it's right? That most agents, that's their belief. I had a girl yesterday, I wish I could find it, on YouTube. She posted like, I'm allergic to people. I'm allergic to salespeople. That was what she said. And she goes into this long tirade, this long rant on one of my YouTube videos about how she's allergic. And I'm not against her. I totally get it. And she's like, I can't remember. I don't know who it was. So maybe one of these on here is she goes like, I am allergic to salespeople. Always been allergic to salespeople. And I think sales, people knock on your door, call you and all that kind of stuff. I hate them. And I think everybody should hate them. And I think everybody does hate them. And so if you're telling me I got to succeed in real estate like that, I'm just going to be allergic to that. And I'm like, yeah, and I get it. And see, being allergic to something is a sickness. And the good thing about your belief about sales, about asking for business, asking for something, your belief, my friends, your belief is all we're talking about here. This idea of being allergic, she's saying it makes her deathly ill, right? Or at least makes her sick. Okay, that's just a belief. You got the wrong belief. If you have that belief, that's totally understandable. I totally sympathize with that belief. And the agents that I coach that do what I say, they're going to go get the listings while you sit there taking your allergy medicine of not talking to people. That's the perfect allergy medicine. If you're allergic to asking for a yes, you're going to get silence is the perfect medicine. Just don't talk to anybody. You just sit there all by yourself and you spend time on Facebook. And I'm all for Facebook. I think so. I'm right here on Facebook right now. But see, I do something different on Facebook than most of you do. I go out there and find my peeps who I can help, and I go out there and I add value to them in a way that nobody else does. There's nobody else out there doing what I'm doing. There's not another real estate coach or trainer out there doing what I'm doing. Why? Because I want you to say yes to me, because I can change your life. That's got to be your belief about what you do with them. Do you believe you can change a seller's life? Do you believe you can change a seller's life? I believe that. I believe that if you are the best, I believe that if you go pro, I believe that if you train with me and do exactly what I tell you for 2 years, that you will get to a point where people will not have the ability to tell you no, and that you can change every single person you work with, you can change their life. Now, when you believe that, it changes how you show up. Now, I go in, and as a real estate agent, you can go in and ask for the yes, because you believe when they say yes to you, it's for their benefit. So you're not there trying to get something from them. They're trying to do something for them. So I'm now serving them. You agree with that, don't you, Elvis? That's my cat down there. He wants to go outside. Okay. Now, there's about a 50% chance they get a weak agent if they don't hire me. There's about a 90% chance they get a weak agent if they don't hire you, bro. 90%. Because I wish half the agents were pros, but about 10% of the agents out there have some level of being a true, like a pro, where they don't have only the caring, but they have the competence to really do something great. Hey, Jim from Kuala Lumpur. Good to see you this morning. Does it make sense to everybody? So now let's get tactical. All right, you're going like, where's the tactic? Oh, here's the tactic. The more you ask for yes, the more you're going to get it. The more you ask for yes, the more likely you are to get it. Okay. So at Double Your Listing Power Training Camp, we're going to lay out for you the framework, step-by-step, whole system strategy and everything that will help you do this and add 6 figures to your income this year, no doubt. But here's the basics. Number one, it's not just the more times you ask for the yes that works. See, if I just call, so let's say I haven't expired, I call them, expired listing. They call, they say, I'm not interested. They hang up, however they go. So they say, I'm not interested. And I just call them back and say, well, let me list your house. And they hang up. And I call back and say, let me list your house. They hang up. I'll say, let me list your house. And I could knock on their door. And I could do that every day. I say the same thing every time. There is a better chance I am going to get the listing just by going back and hammering over and over and over and over and over again. And if I'm friendly and I'm likable, your chances of getting that listing go, because they're going to go like, okay, all right. I like your tenacity. I like your persistence, because now you tell me something about you. See, before, when you just show up one time, that's what I always did. I was like a one-shot wonder. It was like I would call somebody one time, and if I could bring myself to do that and wind myself up to do it, I could get the appointment. I was good. But call them a second time, it was harder. Call them third time, now I'm going to be harassing them. Fourth time, it's going to be like, now I'm torturing them, and they're going to be torturing me. They may yell at me and all that kind of stuff. You guys following? So now, you got to change the strategy, not the frequency, but the strategy of the frequency. So in 2019, people are less likely to talk to you than they were in 1998 when I started selling real estate. Okay. They are less likely to talk to you. They are less patient with you. They are less trusting with you. All of that is true. So it's harder to get in front of somebody and actually get a conversation going. And the first time you get a conversation going with them, they are more likely to shut you down. They don't care as much. They're more rude than they used to be. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. What's changed? just a little bit of a little social graces, the politeness, the respect factor has kind of gone to the wayside. People are not as timid about being rude as they used to be. They are less respectful. They'll cuss you out. Whereas 20 years ago, that didn't happen that much. I mean, it happened, but rarely. I mean, the first time I knocked on a for sale by owner's door, it happened to me. But that was like, afterwards I discovered that almost never happened. But in my country, people hate agents. There you go, Dimitri. Well, you just keep on believing that and keep your mouth shut, and nobody will hate you. And you'll stay broke, but nobody will hate you. Okay? Let me tell you something, guys. Did Donald Trump become president by being the most popular person ever? No. He is probably the most hated man certainly in America. There's nobody that has more hatred going toward him than Donald Trump. President Trump has the most hatred pointing toward him that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, just like the bitterness, the vitriol, it's just like, and it's coming from every angle. It's coming from his own party. It's coming from the other party. It's coming from the media. It's coming from everybody. It's on social media. It's all over the place. All the hatred, right? Okay. So if that bothered him, you think he would have been as successful as he's been today? See, he had to make a choice in life, just like you do. And his choice was, I choose to do what I think is right, regardless of what other people believe or like. I am not here to please everybody. I am here to do what I believe is right. Now, you can interpret that however you want to, but the bottom line is he could have been silent and certainly been a lot more popular. But see, that was not his goal. If you want to be massively successful, here's what I know: you are going to be unliked by some people. But if you go through life worried about how everybody feels, what everybody else thinks about you, trying to please everybody, you are screwed if you want to make money. Now, if you want to stay poor and just squeak by and survive, be silent. Okay. But in your country, Dimitri, if everybody hates agents, it's awesome. That means they've had bad experiences with agents. But when they need to buy or sell a house, they need somebody to help them. And they need somebody they can trust, and somebody that's great at what they do, and somebody that actually cares about them. And that's who you are. You show up that way. And now they're going to go like, oh, another realtor. And then you go like, nope. But I get where you're coming from. But I am not just another freaking realtor. Watch this. And then you show them something different. But you got to be willing to go up over and over and over again. And they may turn you down, and they may tell you no, and they may do it, but you come over and over again. Now, it's not just doing it over and over again and being a jackhammer. You got to come in different ways. So here's the deal. First day an expired comes on the market. What should happen? Number one, I should call them. Number two, I should knock on the door. Number three, I should put something in the mail. Call, knock, something in the mail. Those are the ways you can reach out and touch them. If you have an email for them, some of the online services like Vulcan 7 sometimes get you emails. The Espresso agent sometimes get you emails. Then email, text them. But what you send them is the thing. What you say to them doesn't matter. So it starts with knowing how to have a conversation, which starts here at the Book of Yes, thebookofyes.com. You can get your free copy if you don't have it yet. Okay, thebookofyes.com. Starts with that conversation. Okay. Now that conversation may last for 3 seconds. They may not go anywhere, right? So now I got to have a different strategy. Sometimes just going back and asking again sometimes works, but I got to have multiple prongs to that. Now, if I go with phone call, no answer, go knock on their door, no answer, send them something in the mail, they're going to get something from me. If I got an email, I can send that. If their phone is a cell phone, I can text them. Now, when I text them, what am I going to text them? Okay, I can text them, hey, if you want to sell, call me. Which is what I used to teach. That was the basic, like, hey, if you do that, what we're teaching today, and somebody like Eric Gardner, who's in my inner circle that has an online vortex, he says, hey, if you want to know how to sell your house, go to my website, and he gives them a link for all the details. And then they go to his website, and guess what? Guess what they see when they get to his website? Eric. And Eric prospects them from his website 24/7. How does he do it? With a video. What's the video say? The video says exactly what they need to hear to make them go like, I need to talk to Eric. And what Eric does not talk about is he doesn't talk about himself. Ravi does the same thing. And so you have a website. So now I'm not just getting people to say yes to me like on a live conversation, because they may not be willing to listen to you. So now I got to have multiple prongs of attack. So now if they just go to your website, guys, all your websites suck. Sorry to say that. If you go to all the real estate agent website builders and all that kind of, they're all the same crap. They all are Zillow knockoffs. They all look just like Zillow or similar, but not as good. And they're all a name that nobody knows. People trust Zillow because they recognize it. Okay. By the way, so just so you guys know, Eric Gardner will be speaking, I said it, at W Listing Power Training Camp. And we're going to go deep into this, but this is where you got to hit them with multiple angles. Now, if I can get them to go to my website, and at my website, I have something that pulls them in that they can't get anywhere else. So if you just go like, hey, I'll give you a free market analysis, everybody does that. They can do that. They can get that on Zillow or Trulia or Redfin for free. They don't need to talk to you. They don't need, if they give you their, they're not going to call you. Call me for all your, they're not going to call you. We got to create a way to attract people into a conversation with us by having multiple ways of reaching out to them. Does that make sense to everyone? It's a total different world. It's a total different way of doing business than we've done in the past. But here's the thing. You got to get over this thinking that people aren't going to, prospecting doesn't work anymore. No, agents don't work anymore. Prospecting works. You just got to adjust the messaging in a way that gets people to hear you. And the beauty of technology is we have multiple ways to get people to hear us now. And so you bring them into what we call a vortex, which is, it starts with conversation. It starts with mailers. It starts with email. It starts with any kind of marketing you want to do. It can be door knocking, whatever it is. And it pulls, and between they talk to you, no matter what how long they're willing to talk to you, or whether they want to say yes or not, I'm not going to send them to my website. And your website actually pulls them in. It's called the seller vortex. And we've taken it online, and it's a whole new dynamic, and it will blow your freaking mind when you do it, how people respond to you. Because now they'll come in, check you out, and go like, okay, now I need to talk to this guy. Now guess what? You don't call them again, they're not gonna talk to you. But now when you call them next time, or you knock on their door, they're like, I saw your stuff. The next time they get into some of the a postcard from you, they go like, I saw that. Now they trust you. Now they want to talk to you, but you got to go back over and over and over and over and over and over again. You're just coming from different angles: written, text, video, live conversation, phone, door, website. All that's coming from different angles at different times. So they're going like, okay, I like you now. Okay. So Justin says, build a relationship first and create value in their lives. The rest is easy. Yes. The thing about it is, building the relationship you've got to be tactical. Because if you try to build a friendship by being their buddy, then they don't trust you, because they think, I know what you're doing. You're just buttering me up. So it's not about trying to find something you have in common, and they like golf, you like golf, or they're whatever. That's crap to people. They don't trust it because it's slimy. Okay, so there's a lot more we could go over. We'll be training at W Listing Power Training Camp. So if you have not yet got your ticket, go to wlistingpower.com/live 2019. wlistingpower.com/live 2019. Grab your tickets. The VIP tickets are already sold out, but we still have room. And once you get your ticket, make sure, if you have not, for those of you already signed up to, if you haven't got your hotel room yet, you got to get it today, because we've already sold out a room block. And so prices are going up on the rooms, and we have no control over it now because we already sold out on the room block, the block we got of discount rooms. So you just have to call them and beg. And some people have been able to still get the discount. But the longer you wait, the less likely it is to happen. Okay. So wlistingpower.com/live 2019 is posted here on Facebook. I'll put it in the YouTube video description. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. If this has helped you today, can I see some thumbs up? Make sure you give a thumbs up to the YouTube video, those of you watching on YouTube. And tomorrow I'll see you guys for Wednesday. Have an awesome day. Play to win, and always expect yes. Thanks, everybody.